I'm open. Welcome, everyone, to an exciting episode. And I don't know where I made that noise. I apologize for that, but it's an exciting episode. It is anime resolutions we're talking about. Now, Bjorvio, what is the sorry, with me, I have my co-host Bjorvio. Bjorvio, what is the definition of a resolution? The Oxford definition.
The Oxford definition is when androids take over your world and you have to defeat them with a sword and a man that used to have two arms but now only has one.
Correct. Good choice. Good work. And we're going to be talking about that for sure. Um, and also, 2024 went by real quick. It was amazing. It was fun. But it's good to set some goals for yourself for the year, especially for one of the most important things in life, anime.
Anime? Yes.
Correct.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Yes, clearly.
Weight loss. That's what you're going to say to me. Okay, I've been trying really hard.
That's
Um,
2026. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. I'll do it. I'll do it next year. Really excited to be here, and thank you for listening. The newbies, the oldies, the middle-aged people. Welcome to the show. We're going to start the show as always by doing our improv questions, and we're going to do two each. Bjorvio will pump out one, then I'll do one, then him one, then me one, and we're just going to go with the flow. And it's based on something new because we're talking about the new year resolutions, goals. Oh my goodness, that's really good dance moves. So it's improv questions are based on new or goals. Go.
All right. So, first off, my goal is to not do as many improv questions with you wake up with, but no, I'm kidding. But I'm not. All right, so we're gonna do this, okay? You fall asleep, and that is your new resolution is you're going to sleep more. And while you're sleeping, you create a brand new anime about mushroom people that are trying to run away from the evil bunny overlords that are keeping them contained, okay? What would you name the main character of that anime?
Mario. Mario.
Woohoo!
Yeah, yeah. All I heard was mushrooms, and I thought of Mario. We just watched the Mario movie again. Very good movie.
Very
Um,
good.
but he's a powerhouse. Did you see how he took down King Kong? I mean, what's his name? Not King Kong.
Godzilla, no,
Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong.
He's a powerhouse. He's a protagonist in every anime. Super Mario is my favorite anime, by the way. Um, all right. Well, what would Sukuna's New Year's resolution be? Give me two.
Number one, to acquire more of his fingers. And number two, to become a sushi chef. Because who has a better curse technique for preparing sushi than Ryomen Sukuna?
Bro, he'd be so famous. He'd be so
Mm-hmm.
famous.
And he wouldn't even have to lift a finger. Or any of the 20.
I was gonna say that was a good. All right, what's your next one for me?
All right, so who is the first anime character that accomplishes their New Year's resolution, makes a new one, but fails the second one throughout the entire rest of the year?
Can you repeat that? A big burst of rain went down, and I didn't hear you. repeat,
Absolutely.
repeat that in a different
So,
voice.
let's pretend that you are. Dang it, what did I say? How did I word it? Okay, got it. That's how you know it's improv, people. Um, so who is the first anime character that will complete their New Year's resolution immediately, but then they'll make a second one and they won't be able to complete it throughout all of the rest of the year?
Um, it would definitely be. It would definitely be. Um, I think All Might. All Might. All Might seems like the guy that would do be impulsive and do it, and then maybe forget about the next one. Don't you think?
I take that personally, young sir.
I think
But you're not wrong.
he might have an issue with that. Um, all right. Well, who? Knock knock.
Who's there?
You anime question, improv question. Silly question.
My anime question, who?
Oh, nice. All right, let's pretend you are about to set off a firework to bring in the new year. Okay.
Hmm.
What color is the firework, and when it explodes, what type of person or anime character is it shown?
All right. So the color is going to be very basic. It's just going to be a white firework with a little bit of blue, green, like those little like when it blows up and then there's those sparkles around it. Yeah, it's going to look like that. And then the shape of it is going to look like Mirio mooning Shigaraki.
Bro, I still can't get over that. That was a real scene. I remember seeing Bloomin' memes of it. And I'm like, oh, someone did something stupid. And then when it happened, I was like, what the?
Nope, it's canon.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, I even forgot that happened. That is so hilarious. Um,
Yeah, gotta check out this peach.
yes. All right. Well, we're talking about resolutions today and
Yep.
what we should do anime wise and improve on for 2025. And I encourage you while listening, if you hear any cool ideas, chuck it down into your notepad, your notebook, get a tattoo on your face with your own personal resolution. If you get a tattoo on your face, you're not going to forget it, are you?
Make sure and write it backwards so that when you, because obviously you want to be able to read it when you're in a mirror and you don't want other people to read it. I mean, obviously, it's only for you, clearly. So get it tattooed backwards.
Backwards. This is not medical advice, by the way.
Yeah,
Um,
please don't ever do that, honestly. We
no,
do not approve of this on the Anime Dead or
no,
Anime Dudes podcast.
we don't. We don't. But it would be funny. All right. Well, let's get into it, Bjorvio. How would you like to begin?
Um, okay, so as I'll start this. I think one thing that I would like to do, I'm a shonen guy. You guys know that. And I'm
Hmm.
starting to kind of branch out a little bit, you know. I've really started getting into isekais a little bit more in 2024. So I think I want to watch more isekais in 2025. Like can pick up where I left off and start watching some that are a little bit more obscure and stuff like that. That's kind of what I want to do.
I love it. I
I
love it.
think that's gonna be a good one for me.
What's the definition of isekai? Is that when someone's transported into another world?
Yeah, most of the time it ends up being like a medieval type thing, and they got to be the hero of that. Which I think I really like that genre because I'm so into D&D, and so like take the wrong way to use healing magic as an example. As soon as I saw that, I was like, can I make that? I think I
Hmm.
can make that. Can I play a character like that? Yeah, I bet I could make it work. Made it work. It was awesome.
Cool.
The character's not super great in D&D because D&D is terrible at healing, but that's it's a fun little thought experiment. Or what's that other one I just finished? It's not an isekai, but Wisteria Wands and Swords.
Hmm.
That one was really fun. Kind of Harry Potter meets Black Clover kind of thing. Really enjoyed it. Again, it's not an isekai, but it's kind of a more medieval-ish kind of show, and I liked it. I don't know why my voice went so high, but I liked it.
It actually broke the microphone there, but that was cool. um, okay, good option, really good choice. One of mine, I think, and this is because I have two girls and they're excited and amazing, and they love dressing up and stuff like that. I've never been this sort of guy, and but I'd like to try it, and I'd like to try cosplaying in 2025. Okay.
Really?
For the girls' sake. And for my sake, it'll be cool. I don't know. I want to try it. That's an anime goal. Cosplay is a part of the anime community. Chuck
Yeah.
something. I'm not sure what or who, um, or how, or why, or where, but it'll be fun to try. The girls always love dressing up at different people, getting hairstyles like them, and I think I could give it a go. Have you done that before?
Um, like an anime one, I've worn an All Might jacket to a convention, so I guess if we're going, I kind of looked like the main character from My Hero Vigilantes, but not intentionally. Other than that, I've done a Jedi at a Star Wars thing, but not really a whole lot of anime cosplay. That's a really good one though. That I respect it.
Yeah. All right. Well, what do you think that? Let's say who do you think I should dress up as, and I'll tell you who I think you should dress up as.
That's a hard one. You know who I think you would be able to pull off quite well? You got the hair for it. I think you could pull off a Mirio Togata quite well.
Ah, true. The hair. That's true. The flick.
Yeah, yeah.
You would need to be Bakugo with a beard. You'd have to. You'd have to be Bakugo with a beard. And then your hair. Could you spike up your hair?
I can make it happen. Give me about 6 hours and I can make it happen.
Just because, and and that's just because as well. You can voice him so flippin' well that it would be absolutely incredible wherever you go. To add that voice to your cosplaying options.
Yeah, and there's another two reasons. One, I would love to just walk around the con just going, "Get out of my way, you dang nerds! Someone real important's coming through here." And number two, I sweat a lot, so that's very appropriate.
True. Good point. Yeah. So what's next on your list?
Okay, so that was really good. So this one, I'm gonna say it here. I'm gonna say it's kind of anime related, but kind of not. Um, I want to push myself to be a better voice actor. You know that, and I'm not defining that by like the number of roles I get or um really anything like that. It has nothing to do with like what I get taken on to do. It's more so I want to push myself to be able to do more voices, to do things better, to push my own voice farther, to learn new skills, things like that. Maybe even expand a little bit more, like doing more like audiobook narration, learning how to do things like that. And really just, I want to get better. I want
Mm-hmm.
to push myself to be even better than I am because there's always room for improvement. And so I want to declare that I am going to be a better voice actor. I want you guys to be at the end of 2025 to be listening to some of my voices from now and be like, "Oh yeah, I can hear a difference." You know what I mean? Like I just want to push myself better and I'm basing that again not off my like performance and the number of roles I get or whatever. Just I want to know that I have pushed myself to get better. And then learning is like that is always a constant journey. You're never going to reach peak. And I'm fine with that. I just want to know how far I can go. You know what I mean?
I like that. I like that. And I'm sure, I mean, you've always sounded absolutely incredible to me, um, with your voice acting. But I'm sure you would have noticed listening to older episodes of us to today. Do you notice a difference yourself personally?
Absolutely. I mean, I've listened to our first ever episode not too long ago, and I was like, "Gosh, dang, is that what my All Might sounded like?" Wow. Or even I think it was our zombie apocalypse episode, which I want to say was like 40 or 50 something. I was listening and I was like, "Oh, like I can hear that my Bakugo definitely used to sound a lot like this compared to where it is now, where it's a lot more clear, you know? Like, this is a lot easier for me to do. I can do it for a lot longer compared to how I used to be able to do it."
Mm,
I was
mm.
also out of air in that, so that probably wasn't the best example, but you know.
No, it was incredible. You're right. That's a massive difference. And that's exciting. It's a great goal. And I hope I can help you through talking to you and listening to your incredible voices, which is an easy way to help. Um,
You always do.
One way in which I want to support and help the anime community in 2025, there are so many talented people in on social media, online, that create manga and anime, They usually create manga initially. And I'd love to get behind and support a Kickstarter for an anime related project to be able to support the industry. Um, I just think I've seen quite a few recently, and I've fallen in love with a few, and just to support them with connections maybe, but also financially somehow, and just getting their name out there, to really boost an anime from the ground up would be a really cool experience.
I think that's a wonderful goal to strive for. I mean, I mean, what are we without a community of people supporting? I mean, that's what we're trying to do here is we should be trying to help each other along the way and make each other better. So I think that's a very admirable goal and something that honestly we probably both should strive for. But you
Mm,
said it, so I'm going to say, hey, I encourage you to do that. Go
sure.
out and do it. You're going to be awesome at it because I know you. You're the anime dad.
Yeah, so that's why that's on my list. I've only got like one, or maybe two more. How about you?
Yeah, same, same.
Give it to me.
Um, Another one that I really, really want to do is I this is going to sound a little interesting, but I want to just watch animes that 2 years ago I never thought I would watch.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like I mean even 2 years ago, I mean that's not saying much. We're talking about I would probably wouldn't have even watched the Rising of the Shield Hero or the time I got reincarnated as slime. I was super picky back then, and I'm like, not really. I'm trying to branch out and find more things because I mean, as we've talked about in this space many times, anime is a form of art, you know?
Hmm.
And there's so many different stories to be told. Like, you know how many times I've almost started Kotaro Lives Alone and just haven't, even though like I know that's one you've recommended. No, I want to watch that. And the egg one, Gutama, I think
Hmm.
this is the one you recommended. Like I want to watch those, you know? I want to branch out a little bit and try and explore new things, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a good option. That's really smart actually. And I'm on the same note. I mean, I'm behind on so many anime at the moment. Um, that we run an anime podcast. I should be feeding off your My Hero Academia season 7, feeding off your Demon Slayer season 4. Um, all right. Well, next on my list, um, is I want to create a bit of an anime watch group, and that could be online. Well, will have to be online, where we watch episode one of an anime every month, a different anime every month that one person in the group chooses, and we watch it together. As it could be on Zoom, it could be on Facebook or whatever, and we watch episode one. So we introduce each other to animes that we all enjoy or watch, and it's only one episode, so it's only 20, 30 minutes out of your month, but a new one is chosen by a new person of that group. It could be 10, 15, 20 people in the community, in our community, or friends, internationally or nationally, and it would just share these animes. It create another group to talk about anime with, and yeah, that's why that's on my list.
I think that's incredible. First off, you can definitely count me in on that. That sounds awesome. Um, but I mean, that's just fun. It's like kind of like an anime book club, only instead of books, like because books would be an manga club. It's an anime show club.
Hmm.
I'm sure those exist, but
And
yeah, I'm here for it. I love that. That's super cool, man.
yeah, yeah. What is your final one on of your 2025 anime resolutions?
So my final one for my 2025 resolutions is I want to I want to talk to at least three voice actors that I've never talked to before. And I don't really know whose those are exactly. I mean, there's obviously some that'd be really cool. Like Bryce Peppenbrook would be it absolutely awesome because it's Bryce Peppenbrook. Alex Lee would be cool just because he's it's him. Like, do I really need to explain anything more? Like there's so many great voice actors out there, and I don't necessarily like, yes, maybe on the podcast, yes, maybe like at a convention or something. Like I I just would like to talk to get some more. They all have such interesting stories, and so I'd like to kind of talk to them, learn from them, see what I can do, but also like I want to share that experience with someone because, it's more fun getting to meet these people like voice actors or people that you really look up to or like are like, oh man, these guys are cool. But if you have someone to share that experience with, it multiplies it by two because you always have someone you can talk to about that. So what if that's on the podcast, I automatically have you. I mean, obviously, but like if my wife and I were to go to a convention, you know what I mean? Like, or something like that, then that's always a shared experience that we'll have. And that's what makes this community so special to me is like you get to do these cool things or hear these cool things or watch these cool scenes or something, but being able to do it with someone and talk to someone about it, like that's that's the fun part about being an anime nerd these days compared, because I didn't get a whole lot of that growing up, so being able to do that now, super awesome, super great, love that. But that's a
Great.
long way of saying my answer.
No, great resolution. Really, really cool. And again, I'm a part of you at that journey as well. I'd love to get some more cool people on the podcast. Um, it's funny, we got to a point in the podcast, an Anime Dad podcast, where I'm like, I spoke to you and I'm like, I love this. And that's why we've done so much more and haven't got too many people on as of recently. But we want to get people on, and that's a resolution for the podcast, I'm sure as well. Um,
Yeah,
get some more
but I
people
mean, what
on.
we got too is also great. So it's like
Mhm.
whether we have someone special like a voice actor on or whether it's just us, it's always a fun time. Like it really
Mhm.
is. Like that's why I love this podcast so much. Is it's just so much fun to do, really, regardless of whether it's of who else we have on here. If anyone else, just talking to
Mhm.
you is so stinking fun, bro. So stinking
It's
fun.
so fun, and we're on the opposite ends of the earth. This is our what, 85th or 6th episode.
Something
Um,
like that.
and that's insane. That's insane. Thanks Senku for the technology, but brilliant.
I thought you were gonna say Sukuna at first. I was like, oh, that's a completely different thing. No, Senku, yes, 100%.
Yeah, 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 for sure. All right, my last one, simple one. I need to read more manga. All right, I watch
Oh, that's
anime,
good.
but I don't read manga. I've got a bunch of manga because I like having it. It feels good to have it, but I don't read it enough. I just need to put my glasses on, read that manga, and get excited by it. Because when you get into something good and excited, I love that feeling of a book or manga that you are into and you just can't wait to read it. So that's why that's on my list. And you inspire me to do that as well because you are such a manga reader.
Not as much as it would appear, but no, but you're absolutely right. Like reading the manga is 100% awesome. I remember earlier today I was in Walmart and they had Spy Family there, but it was like volumes like 10 and 12, and I just picked up one in 12 and I was like, I wonder if this is where the anime is, and I just opened to a page and it was a fight between two people and I was like, close, put it back. Oh my gosh, why are they fighting? I need to go find this out now. So
Damn.
I'm now gonna go find out what episode the anime cut off at, and then go to, I think there's a Barnes and Noble not too far. I'm gonna go buy whatever is the next one and just start going for it because I need to figure out why are these two people fighting?
What anime
It's
was it?
so crazy.
What anime?
My family.
Oh, okay. That's it. That makes me nervous. I don't like when Spy Family people fight.
But it's such a good matchup. Like that's the thing. I'm like, I don't know who would win, but like, oh my gosh, this is, and it's not who you think it'd be.
It's
Like
not
it's
Euron
not at
Lloyd.
all who you think it is. Like I just flipped open to a page, and like I said, I know nothing about it. I just know it's those two characters, but I'm just like, oh, close. We gotta figure that out. Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I'm excited. I'm guessing based on your eyes. I can see in your eyes right now that it is Lloyd and yours brother.
Can
All
I
right.
blink now?
You can blink. You can blink. So yeah, send some of your anime resolutions to us. Let's hear what they are, who they are, why they are, where they are. We'd love to hear why and where and what they are. And
Yeah, and you know it's a good one? You
yeah,
know it's a good one that is anime related? You should
watch.
subscribe and listen to more episodes of the Anime Dudes and the Anime Dads podcast. Okay, that's a great resolution, and you know what? It's 100% doable. We have, like we said, 80 something episodes in
Hmm.
reserve. Have you
Hmm.
heard them all? If you have, good for you. That's awesome. If this is your first one, you got so much cool content, and that's the
Yeah.
thing with most of ours. It doesn't matter if you listen out of order.
No, no, for sure. And also maybe a resolution for you would be share it with a friend. You know, share it with a
Yeah,
friend. Include a friend in listening to us. That would be amazing. Um,
yeah. Or reach
all
out
right.
to one of us on one of our socials.
Yeah, that'd be. We'd love to have even fans on the podcast. That'd be great. All right,
Yeah.
let's bring it back to base, and I want to give you 10 quick fire questions. Would that be okay?
All right. Yeah. Go for it. Go for it. I'm ready.
Okay. All right.
Cheese. Oh, sorry. You
That
start
was my
first.
first one. That was my first one. Okay. Baku or Dekugo?
Did they do that Patara or fusion dance?
I was meant to say Bakugo or Deku.
Bakugo.
Bakugo. Daku or Bakugo.
Now I'm just seeing them like fusion. Ah! Oh, that's a weird image.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna go with that. What? Who? Bakugo or Dekugo? Which one?
Uh, Dekugo.
Okay. That was a good.
That's just fun to say.
It's really
It
cool.
sounds like you're summoning a Pokemon like Dekugo, go!
Yes. Dekugo. All right. The first anime protagonist to come to your mind.
Tanjiro.
If you had to punch a protagonist, who would it be?
Hamtaro. No, I'm
Okay.
totally kidding. No, totally kidding on that. That is not true. Uh, frick. Frick. Deku. He could take it.
He could. He takes a lot of beatings.
No, Saitama. Saitama.
He would definitely take it well.
He would just look at me and blink.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to hurt anybody, okay? Like, oh my gosh.
A resolution in your another resolution you didn't mention.
Um, Wanting to watch the Star Wars series that was made by different anime companies called Star Wars Visions. I've only seen the
Ooh.
first season, but apparently there's a second one.
All right, 5 more questions. Grass or an apple? If you had to,
Apple.
you didn't finish. Grass or an apple? If you had to put it in your ear.
If I had to,
Not medical advice.
probably still an apple. The grass would tickle too much.
Put an apple in your ear. All right,
It'd keep the doctor away.
that's true. All right, what's an anime with a doctor protagonist who fights his patients with karate called?
Doctor Beatdown.
Yes. Another name for Stitch.
Uh,
And if you were riding a tsunami with a surfboard, what anime character would be beside you?
Miria Togata.
Amazing. Very good. We got time for you to give me five.
All right. First one. Uh, what's Senku's favorite color?
Green. Give me 10. Give me 10.
All right. Who is your anime bowling buddy on Tuesdays?
It has to be the Shield Hero.
I knew it, you liar. Whose voice would you love to be able to do?
uh, All Might.
Yep. Um, who was an anime character that would be a terrible accountant?
Goku.
Oh gosh. All right. What would be a good title for an anime about competitive cliff diving?
Cliff this.
Oh, I like that. Very, very cool. Okay. What is an anime series that needs a collectible trading card game?
Um, um, I was gonna say Yu-Gi-Oh. Full Metal
I'm gonna
Alchemist.
send you for the Shadow Realm for that. Full Metal. Oh, Full Metal. That'd be good. I'm here for that. All right. All right.
Four more.
Um, who is an anime character that needs to learn to cook better?
Your.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. One of her flaws for sure. I think I have what, two more?
Yeah. Yeah. Three.
Three? Okay. Name an anime character that would most definitely collect comic books.
Light Yagami.
I could see that. I could see that.
I think so.
Uh, what's an anime you would not want to see brought into live action?
Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
I
that
don't
one's
think.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good thing we've never had that happen before.
I know. Whoever would do that is
It would be
just,
terrible.
it'd be so terrible. Evolution.
All right. Name an anime character that is really good at playing guitar but always loses their guitar pick in the center of their guitar.
Bakugo. I think he'd play guitar and the drums.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, and the thing with Bakugo is he could probably play the drums with his hands and then like with his elbow and his teeth play guitar. Like I could see that. He's angry enough to do that.
To the yeah. All right. Well, take us out with a voice of your choosing.
All right. Well, for doing resolutions, then there's only one that I'm resolved to do at this time. Hello, and welcome to the newest episode of the Anime Dudes and the Anime Dads podcast. And by welcome to, I mean welcome to the ending. I hope that you have a wonderful 2025. I resolve that all of you are going to be courageous and great heroes this year. I also resolve that I, All Might, am going to be, well, still the greatest thing since sliced bread, but you already knew that. Anyway, please come back next week where we have another amazing episode planned for you, and you are definitely not going to want to miss it. Go ahead and resolve that you're going to listen to it now. It's not going to hurt you. You're going to do it. It's going to be awesome and totally plus ultra. So please go check it out. Until then, go be the heroes you know you can be. And don't forget to go beyond.
Plus Ultra!